Doll and M, have you done, Luke, by the way?
Yes.
On Edge of Heaven. Which is a new show on Sky Living, stars Emily Mortimer and Dolly Wells as sort of exaggerated versions of themselves. It's basically so Dolly split up with her boyfriend and move in with Emily, who lives in LA, I believe it was. Have you really watched this, by the way?
Yeah.
Tried.
I watched 10 minutes and gave up.
Okay.
15 and gave up. I win.
Okay. I watched all 21 minutes. I don't know why you stayed for the 6.
Bing, 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 bing.
Get a medal.
Basically, she then starts working as her assistant. This was so... I mean, I can understand why you two gave up on it. I think this was very incidental. I think it draws comparisons to The Trip. Would be
I was thinking of that when I saw it.
But what I would say, and I'm going to consider changing my opinion after both of you guys said you didn't make it all the way through, is that I thought they needed longer in this first episode to just explain all the sort of dynamics of it, because it just felt to me so slight, so there was nothing.
Improvised.
Yeah,
it's
They did have their set pieces, like her not being able to control the car.
Yeah, but I found that funny in the trailer, and I just
got locked out of the house. I mean, next week's episode actually does look, or this coming week's episode does look funnier. It features a cameo by Susan Sarandon in this upcoming one.
Do you know what I thought this looked like? This looked like DVD extras. This looked like the sort of thing that you would put on a DVD as, here's what we did when we were hanging around the set and we had nothing better to do and we had a camera in our hands.
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, well, with The Trip, you had, Steve Coogan and Rob Brydon are both familiar.
We know who they are.
Dolly Wells.
Yeah.
I didn't even realise, myself and Luke had actually seen her in something earlier this week, because she was in the first episode of Peep Show.
Oh, God. Of course.
Is that where she's known from?
No, she's not known, really.
Why I understand why she was very depressed at the beginning of the episode, because obviously she's been in Some Girls. So,
do you know, this is like every other podcast we've done. We've slagged off Some Girls and bigged up Broadchurch. Are we ever going to move on?
Oh
in
God,
life?
she was in Noel Fielding's luxury comedy as well.
A lot of. She's probably most famous for Star Stories. I think she was most prominent in. But she's done a lot of British comedy shows, but she's never been prominent in anything. And I think
I'm just checking if she's been in the bill. Yeah, she has. Yeah.
Yeah, of course she has.
That's okay.
Is that obviously Emily Mortimer is a lot more successful, but a lot of people won't even know who sort of Dolly Wells is to get the central gag, really. I think that's
I'm not even entirely sure too many people who know who... Enough people know who Emily Mortimer is.
Enough people... I mean, Emily Mortimer's been in, not just, say, The Newsroom and stuff like that, but she has been in some fairly big films. I mean, she was in one of the...
I'm just saying, I don't think she's
a big enough
star.
You wouldn't stop on the street and go, "That's Emily Mortimer."
Not like those two women did in the episode.
No, exactly. That's almost when I gave up.
So.
Yeah, I can understand that. I was a bit. Maybe they're fans of The Newsroom, but she's been in some. I mean, she was in Shutter Island. She was in the Pink Panther films.
The Kid, Scream 3, Notting Hill.
Yeah, I mean, she has been in big movies, but again, I would agree with Luke that you wouldn't stop her on the street.
And
but again,
checking. Oh no, she wasn't in the bill. Shocker.
But again, as with Edge of Heaven, we could say this about Doll and M. Again, it doesn't matter. Why is it a thing? It doesn't matter. It has no purpose.
So inconsequential is what it felt like.
It doesn't matter. I will have forgotten about this by this time next week. If not by this time tomorrow.